Well, back in 1852.
Born around 1825.
My great-grandfather from 1854.
1863.
1852.
1864.
Late 1800s.
In 1901.
In 1906.
My great-great-grandfather
purchased a lot of the property from the railroad.
They ended up in Nevada City in 1913.
They decided this is a place not just for the mining, but that they wanted to make a home and bring the whole family.
If he was going to stay here, he would have to expand into other things to be able to make an op, raise a family or whatever. So that's what he did.
This area, a lot of the United States is getting away from, and they forget the roots of where agriculture started. It started in the backyards of people growing their own vegetables and raising their own meat and milking their own cows and the barter system, trading with folks and getting through the winters on what they could produce.
75% of the food I raise, you got to buy the salt and seasoning and all that stuff, but other than that, pretty much raise it.
Yeah, there's a majority of the folks don't understand where their food and fiber and natural resources come from. You know, for our kids to grow up with that understanding, that's part of our job. It's also part of our job, I think, to educate the rest of the public.
Little hand sickle there, that's what they used to cut the hay with when my dad was a kid. And they just kept walking and just kept cutting. They kept them things razor sharp.
It's the caring for the land, maintaining those fences, and watching out for that livestock, and just treating them like they're part of your family and your lifestyle.
Well, I left for a while, but I did come back, you know. And they say you always do, but I didn't know how much interest I had in it until I started doing it again. This was a 640-acre parcel when I grew up on it. We ran dairy cows, we ran goats, we ran sheep, we raised pigs. They did everything. My uncle had originally sold this in '79. I started buying it back in '99 or '98. So it's pretty much all together, you know, as one ranch. I don't want to see it developed because it's set up quite well. 2 houses on it, 4 barns, 2-acre pond. I like it for all the things I hated it for before. You know, the too quiet and all that, nobody around. You know, I like that now.
So the ranch is about 552 acres. It was formerly more than 1,000 acres. We run about 50 head of cows and have a couple bulls and sell about that many calves each year. My dad died in 2003, but 2 months before he died, he put the property into a conservation easement, and it protects the property from ever being developed or subdivided, which is really the legacy of what my grandfather and my great-grandfather wanted for the property, and it doesn't matter who owns it, you can't develop the land. Yet it allows us to run the cattle and pay our costs.